kit there. So, sitting here working on some couple of chops, kind of messing around. I don't know if this is like it's got the reverse camera. I don't know if it makes it look like, I don't know how you guys are seeing this. I don't know if it makes it look like I'm left-handed, or I hope it's showing it the right, but I'm not. Because sometimes when you reverse the camera, it makes it, I don't know how it's showing you guys, but if it makes it look like I'm left-handed, I'm not. So I'm not quite sure how you guys are seeing this. So, but anyways, I wanted to, a lot of times, I very rarely do tutorials on here, but I figured out, fuck it, why not, get on Instagram and do some drum stuff for you guys. A lot of times I'll come on and show you how to play really tough songs, whether it be Tom Sawyer, YYZ, or not, Spirited Radio, Hot for Teacher, something difficult, or even, some shuffle beats with, Rosanna from Toto, so just different things. And as a drummer, everybody likes to show off what we can do. Everybody wants to show off, our hands and how fast we can play, and look how fast my feet are. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? All this kind of stuff, right? But everybody wants to be better, a better drummer, of course. But you also want to be a more interesting drummer. What do I mean by that? Better and more interesting. And two examples, like with me, obviously I do the Van Halen thing. So I play a lot like, and I try to, not just like, because I don't like people to play like this. That's not exciting. I mean, it doesn't mean you have to play quite like, Zoltan Chaney, or, the guy that kicks his cymbal. It's not like that, but a combination just where you want to look a little interesting. You want to be into it kind of, so you want to find your own groove. That's part of being interesting. And then you want to find your own sound, of course. And when I first started, I was, everybody's into Neil Peart. Of course, I was too. And then it became Alex Van Halen, so I always liked the combination of that, very core style, very, traditional style playing, a lot of snare work, and then the looseness that Alex played with, which is a little bit more rock. And so I tried to combine them both. And even when I took lessons, even when I was in LA, when I did movies, with Ray Luzier, he's the drummer for Korn, really good. And at the time, he was playing with Nixon's Army of Anyone, and David Lee Roth. He was David Lee Roth's drummer for a long time, and he would come over, and we would talk about rudiments and hands and all these kind of stuff. And he mentioned how important, being interesting is. Play and be interesting, because we all can play. We all, a lot of drummers are good, right? We all are armed with the same arsenal, right? So, but what separates somebody like me, obviously what separates me is, my kit. I don't know if you guys can see everything here, but, it's pretty, I got the 4 kicks, and if you can see it from the outside, I'm gonna walk around here, you get to see, my setup is kind of, like, I got and of course my machine, you goddamn right, we've got to ride now. But, I'm known for, I like to be theatrical, and when I play, and I like it to be a show. I like it, I like people to come, when they see me play, they're not just like, okay, that was good. They feel like they got a show. They feel like, I want people to feel like, damn, that was kind of cool. That was neat. So I guess the point I'm trying to convey to you, I'm going to give you a small little trick here, a little tip, because like I said, it's usually I want to show you all the hard stuff. This is simple. Simple, something simple you can do to make your fills, and whether it be a solo or a fill, make it a little bit more interesting. And I'm going to play something so easy right now. And drummers are going to go, oh my God, I learned to play that when I was 3. Of course you did, but that's not the point. It's, of course, supposed to be easy. I'm just making it. I like syncopation. Like, listen to this. Listen to this simple little bit. Pretty simple, huh? Easy. Anybody can do it. Not that you'd use that in a song, but listen how simple this is. Now listen to it. Doesn't that sound cooler? The point I'm trying to make is, and like you take Alex Van Halen, his 5150 solo, the beginning of it when he did his drum solo, and then you take Neil Peart, which is when he did his traditional. He always comes in with the snare work and all these hands doing all this kind of crazy. I have my snares turned off, just so you know, because I just don't like the way they rattle sometimes when I'm doing this. But And a lot of times when I do the Van Halen stuff, I keep my snares turned off because that's his sound, you know. So in the beginning of his song, they both start off with snare work, but Neil did all just hands, nothing pulsing. So here, but when Alex started off, he's a, he kept doing all that kind of stuff. He kept that thing. So I always thought that was really cool to always pulse. You keep something pulsing, you know, like you can do this, or you can do this. You know, with that little snare or this the kick in between. Sounds so much cooler than this. Same thing with a fill. You know, you're playing. You know, you guys. Keeping that hi-hat, kind of just whether you're doing your solo, I don't care how simple the fill is. Remember, I Love It Loud by Kiss, you know, Eric Carr, that drum break in the middle, which was simple. I don't want to hit this drum because the camera's on it, but you know, that would have sounded so much cooler if he would have done, you know, I know it's something simple, most drummers don't think about it, but it just adds a lot of, even when you're on the ride, ding, 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 I've always got that thing. I think it just paused out there. But even what Ray told me, he said, always keep that thing, always keep something pulsing, you know? And a lot of times when people see me play, especially if I get on the ride, whether I'm playing something fast or even slow, I will always keep this thing going. A little sloppy there, but you get the idea of it. But I just wanted to, you know, just like I said, there's always playability. There's always things you can do to play it. You get all your, you know, everybody wants to show off those hands. You want to show off those feet. Everybody wants to do that. Yeah, oh my God, look at my hands, look at my feet. Oh my God, look how fast I can play. It's cool. But just something simple, that little, just that, or that foot. Keep something pulsing while you're doing, you know, snare work or doing a solo or running down your toms doing a fill, because it just sounds, like I said, using this simple example, this is crap. It's nothing. This sounds cool though. You know, when you got that, it's just the hi-hat pulsing through, the syncopation makes any fill sound a little bit cooler than it is, even if you do something easy like that, okay? So I just wanted to share that with you. You know, I like going over tips. Like I said, a lot of times I come in here and try to play all the hard riffs and all the cool beats that you guys have heard, and you know, a lot of it's for the ego. Hey, look what I learned. Yeah, we all want to show off what we can do, sure, you know? But what about drummers that, you know, aren't on the level of, that just want to learn something cool and just play a little bit, you know? You know, I like to give you guys ideas too, because it's all about, you want to play better, but you want to be interesting, you know? You know? You want to play better, but you also want to be interesting. And like even something simple like this, right? I'm gonna play simple beat for you, you know? And you know, play it with no dynamics, you know? Just simple 4/4, you know. Right? If you're playing a certain song, you know, you're just going to fade off into the back. Nobody really notices the drummer if you're playing shit like that. What about the same kind of a beat, but a little bit of pizzazz, not overplaying, a little bit of dynamics. Style to it. I'm not saying fucking play a goddamn a fill during every, no. But you know, it's a combination of don't overplay, but you give it a little style. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, like I said, I play in a lot of Van Halen bands and, you know, 80s tribute bands and stuff. So we're playing songs that I get to show off. You know, now if you're playing Rolling Stones, Charlie Watts, sorry buddy, rest in peace. But you got to sit back and just, meat and potatoes, AC/DC. You don't want to be doing AC/DC like this. That's not how you play AC/DC. AC/DC is just... It's kind of how they did it, But luckily, we get to play songs, that are more flashy, and I get to show off my hands, I get to show off my chops, get to show off my feet. And like I said, add that. I don't care if you're doing, a snare, even if it's, you can do quarters or eighths, or even if it's just one, even if it's just one, and then add in add that. It just makes it sound better, even if you. That fucking, and same thing with the kick. Work on that stuff. Everybody wants to get better, but don't forget to be interesting. Be an interesting drummer, okay? Be an interesting drummer. So I just wanted to share that with you people. As you see, I'm in the Florida heat. I'm in my garage. It's like a fucking sauna in here. And, but it makes for a good workout as well. But I hope that helps. And here's another thing I want to show you guys about playability. And this is coming from my view. So everything, nothing too angled. It's got to be, where everything's an extension. No like double gaps here and a little bit here. Every drum is the exact same. It has to be that way. The cymbals, everything's symmetrical, even down to the, you want to make sure your drums, you have playability. Everything is an extension of your body. You don't have to reach too far. Everything's right here. If you find yourself really having to, even with the way you sit, I've been on other guys' kits. When I get on their kick, one kick's over here, my leg's over here. I was like, it should be just like you're sitting in a chair and you just open your, it keeps going in and out. Anyways, playability, make sure everything's the way you want it, and work on that stuff. Be interesting, not just good. Be interesting.